E hoje, no SMR da luz, essa cadeira faz muito barulho. Eu vou ler mais um pouquinho pra vocês, mas agora será outra história, o Mágico de Oz. E sim, como diz no título do vídeo, em inglês. E pra quem ainda não sabe, eu não sou americana. Por mais que eu entenda bem, fale bem, leia bem, escreva bem e etc. Eu não sou fluente porque eu não tenho onde e nem com quem praticar. Mas eu dou meus pulos. Então, bora lá. The Magic of Oz. On the east edge of the land of Oz, in the Mocking country, is a big, tall hill called Mount Munch. On one side, the bottom of this hill just touches the deadly sandy desert that separates the fairyland of Oz from all the rest of the world. But on the other side, the hill touches the beautiful fairy tale country of the monkeys. The monkeys folks, however, merrily stand off and look at the Mount Munch, and know very little about it, for about a third of the way up, its sides become too steep to climb, and if any people live up on the top, one of the great towering peak that seems to reach nearly to the skis, the monkeys are not aware of the fact. But people do live there. Just the same, the top of Mount Munch is shaped like a saucer, broad and deep, and in the saucer are fields where grains and vegetables grow, and flocks are fed, and brooks flow, and trees bear all sorts of things. There are houses scattered here and there, each having its family of hoops, as the people call themselves hoops. The hoops seldom go down the mountain, for the same reason that the monkeys never climb up. The sides are too steep. In one of these houses lived a wise old hoop named Beanie Aro, who used to be a clever sorcerer. But Ozma of Oz, who rules everyone in the land of Oz, had made a decree that no one should practice magic in her dominions except Glinda the Good and the Wizard of Oz. And when Glinda sent this royal command to the hoops by means of a strong winged eagle, old Binyaru at once stopped performing magical arts. He destroyed many of his magic powders and tools of magic, and afterward honestly obeyed the law. He had never seen Ozma, but he knew she was his ruler and must be obeyed. There was only one thing that grieved him. He had discovered a new and secret method of transformations that was unknown to any other sorcerer. Glinda the Good did know it, nor did the little Wizard of Oz, nor Dr. Pimpet, nor old Mombi, nor anyone else who dealt in magic arts. It was Beanie Aro's own secret. By it means it was the simplest thing in the world to transform anyone into beast, bird or fish or anything else. And back again, once you know how to pronounce the mystical word Sarkis. Eu não sei pronunciar isso. Pinheiro had used this secret many times, but not to cause evil or suffering to others. When he had wandered far from home and was hungry, he would say, "I want to become a cow." In an instant, he would be a cow, and then he would eat grass and satisfy his hunger. All beasts and birds can talk in the land of Oz. So when the cow was no longer hungry, it would say, "I want to be Pinheiro again." And the magical word, properly pronounced, would instantly restore him to his proper form. Now, of course, I would not dare to write down this magical word so plainly if I thought my readers would pronounce it properly, and so be able to transform themselves and others, but it is a fact that no one in all the world except Pinheiro had ever, up to the time this history begins, been able to pronunciate the word in the right way. So I think it is safe to give it to you. It might be well, however, in reading this story aloud, to be careful not to pronounce this word the proper way, and to avoid all danger of the secret being able to work mischief. Pinheiro, having discovered the secret of instant transformation, which required, I don't know how to pronounce this word the right way, required no tools or powders or other chemicals or herbs, and always worked perfectly, was reluctant to have such a wonderful discovery entirely unknown or lost to all humans' knowledge. He decided not to use it again, since Ozma had forbidden him to do so, but he reflected that Ozma was a girl and sometime might change her mind and allow her subjects to practice magic, in which case Pinheiro could again transform himself and others at will, unless, of course, he forgot how to pronounce the word in the meantime. After giving the matter careful thought, he decided to write the word and how it should be pronounced in some secret place, so that he could find it after many years, but where no one else could ever find it. That was a clever idea, but was bothered that all the sorcerer was to find a secret place. He wandered all over the saucer at the top of the Mount Munch, but found no place in which to write the secret word, where others might not be likely to stumble upon it. So finally, he decided it must be writing somewhere in his own house. Pinheiro had a wife named Mopsy Aro, who was famous for making fine huckleberry pies. And he had a son named Kikiero, who was not famous at all. He was noted as being cross and disagreeable because he was not happy. And he was not happy because he wanted to go down the mountain and visit the big world below, and his father would not let him. No one paid any attention to Kikiero because he didn't amount to anything anyway. Once in a year there was a festival on Mount Munch with all the Hoops attend. Hoops é uma palavra engraçada. Não sei se pronuncia assim. It was held in the center of the censorship country, and the day was given over the feasting and merrymaking. The young folks dance and sing songs. The women spread the tables with good things to eat, and the men play on musical instrument and told fairy tales. Kikero usually went to these festivals with his parents, and then sat suddenly outside the circle and would not dance or sing or even talk to the other young people. So the festival did not make him any happier than other days. And this time he told Pinheiro and Mopsiaro that he would not go. Yeah, he would rather stay at home and be unhappy all by himself. And he said. So they gladly let him stay. Sorry. But after he was left alone, Kiki decided to enter his father's private room, where he was forbidden to go, and see if he could find any of the magic tools Pinheiro used to work with when he practiced sorcery. And he went and Kiki stubbed his toe on one of the floor's boards. He searched everywhere but found no trace of his father's magic. All had been destroyed. Much disappointed, he started to go out again when he stubbed his toe on the same floor board. That set him thinking, examining the board more closely. Kiki found it had been pried up and then nailed down again in such a manner that it was a little higher than the other board. But why had his father taken up this board? Had he hid some of his magic tools underneath the floor? Saberemos na